Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here on this Saturday afternoon. Thank you. My name is Andrew Roblyer. I am a director and producer based out of Houston, Texas. These past couple of weeks have been my first time here in Indiana and in Indianapolis. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for being such a wonderful, welcoming community. Before we get started with the show proper, we have two pieces of business we need to take care of. And the first is I want to give the actors behind me a chance to introduce themselves because they have agreed to be here today having no idea what scene they're about to do. It's quite a brave thing to do. So I want to let them introduce themselves and plug anything that they are working on currently. Charlie.
I am Charlie Weimer. Fringe is almost over, so my Fringe shows are over. But next month, I'm going to be in Equivocation with South Bank Theater up at the Shelton Auditorium.
Cool. Yes. Alaine Sims, and I am currently in Aspen Ideas at the Phoenix Theater Cultural Center. You could see us tonight or tomorrow if you weren't fringing, but if you are, which you should, we have a full weekend of shows next weekend, Thursday through Sunday.
I got to see it last weekend, and I will say it is one of those shows that, if you have to spend time figuring out what the secret is behind the story, it's really cool. All right, and Alaine is lovely.
Thank you.
All right, so the second order of business we need to take care of is that we need to select the scene we are going to work on today. So I need your help for that. We have three possible scenes that I have selected for these two actors today, and I am going to give you, as the audience, three descriptive words about each of the scenes. That's all I'm going to tell you about any of them. I will say they are all contemporary scenes written by contemporary playwrights. So a little different from some of the scenes we've seen this week. We did a couple of Greek tragedies and a Shakespeare tragedy yesterday. So we've got some, but they are all dramas today. So the first one, your three words are longing, doubt, and possibility. Your second one is fantasy, disillusion, and family. And your third one is addiction, loyalty, and fractions. All right, so by sound of applause, who would like to see scene number one? All right. What about scene number two? All right, a little stronger. All right, and what about scene number three? All right, it sounds like it's going to be scene number two. This is going to be lovely. Don't have to play an act twice. So this is going to be The Happiest Place on Earth by Danielle Nicholson. I'm going to have you read Jonathan, and I'm going to have you read Annette. And I'm going to let the actors head off stage to take a look over the text while you and I have a little bit of a chat, and I tell you more about this show, and more importantly, why this show is happening. So I first got involved with theater when I was 6 years old. I was cast in a church musical called Journey to the Center of Christmas. Yes. It was a Star Trek parody. Did not know that when I was 6 years old. I was cast as the only adult character in the entire play, whose name was Professor J. Ingle Bell. Yes. And I was also the shortest child on stage. And that's when I learned that in theater you can be anything. But I growing up, I would get this ache in my soul when it had been too long between performances. That's how much I loved it. And in college, I got to fall in love with theater all over again, this time from the perspective of a director. And I moved into directing, not because I wanted control over the process, but because I realized that I wanted to be in a position to be able to support all of the different artists that were involved in everything that goes into creating a beautiful piece of theater. And when I fall in love with something, my nerdy type A brain loves to learn everything that I can about it. And that's when I learned that in the American theater, there is no clear path for directors. No training, no map. Most directors learn to direct by doing it and hoping that we don't break something or someone along the way. Because here's the thing. A director sets the emotional tone for a production. In the corporate world, studies show that your manager is one of the top factors in whether you thrive or burn out in the workplace. And in theater, it's no different. The director is the culture setter, the emotional thermostat, the person who decides what matters. But most directors, especially in what I call upstream theater, meaning community and educational theater spaces, are just thrown into the deep end. At a low estimate, there are 30,000 directors working in those spaces each year with no training, no mentors, and no support, just vibes. And the weight that is placed on their shoulders is immense. They are told that their vision is the thing that will determine whether a show sinks or swims. And on top of that, there's the implicit assumption that they are training the next generation of artists who will move downstream to professional and Broadway spaces. Because none of us start downstream. We all start upstream and move downstream, right? And then we wonder why theater spaces can be so unclear, tense, and toxic. It's not because directors don't care. It's because the system never taught them how. Which is why I built Deconstructing, which is also the name of the company that brings me this show today. It is a completely 100% free online resource library for directors. It explores topics that most directors I know have never had a chance to talk to anyone about. Facilitation skills, imposter syndrome, power dynamics, regulating our own emotions, and letting go of fear-based, authority-driven models of directing that have held our field hostage for way too long. It is a resource unlike any other in existence, and I am so proud to be building it currently. You can check it out for yourself at the QR code on the half sheet of paper that was in your chair when you sat down. Director's Cut is my attempt to put at least some of that work into a live performance. I know the marketing makes this feel like a cool, edgy experiment, and it is, but it's also more than that. It's a chance to pull back the curtain and take a look at something that theater very rarely shows us, how at least part of directing actually works. And it's my love letter to every director who's ever been told to just, figure it out. So, tonight, or today, I'll be building this scene from scratch with the help of these actors. No prep, no second chances. You'll probably see me stumble, chase moments, make some hard choices, not because I think I have all the answers, but because I believe that directing deserves to be seen, shared, and valued. Because when we support directors, when we give them the tools and the space to grow, we create better theater, safer rooms, stronger stories, braver choices, and that impacts all of us on stage or off. So, are you excited to see the show? Yeah. Wonderful. All right, so we invite the actors back up on stage. So we are going to start. Did I hear my name?
Yes, it was me. Can I have a first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
All right, so we are going to start the process today with what we would normally call a table read. Now, we do not have a table on stage currently because we are doing the performance, so I'm going to ask the actors to be on their feet for this. We might also call this a read-through. Now, the point of a read-through is that this is often the first time in a process where a director and the entire cast and production team has a chance to hear the text out loud for the first time. We may have heard bits and pieces during auditions and callbacks, but now we get to hear everyone all together read the story aloud. And the reason why that's important is because in theater, right, it is a spoken media. It's different when you read something on the page to when you hear it out loud. And so this is often one of the first times as a director that my mind really starts to kind of get into gear about how I want to shape this story with these actors in particular. So we are going to do this read-through. The point of this, again, is to hear it out loud. They may or may not start to make acting choices now. It really is just about the read-through. That said, I do want you to pay attention to this read-through because this is the only time we're going to hear the scene in total until we run it again at the end of our time together today. All right? So I'm going to shift my chair so that folks on house right can see. And that got you. We are going to read The Happiest Place on Earth. I will read the setting, and then I will let the actors take it away. So the scene is set in Disney World jail, a nondescript office. The time is summer. At Rise, Jonathan is sitting on one of two chairs watching Annette, who is carrying her phone and a charger. She is searching the room for an outlet. Take it away.
I always thought Disney jail would be more colorful, you know? Less office.
I cannot believe this.
Well, maybe it's a small world after all, playing on repeat or something. What do you think?
Of all the times for my phone to die.
Honey, relax. Billy's a tough kid. I think he can survive Disney World for an hour. It's not like we haven't brought him here every birthday for the past 5 years.
He's barely 10, and he's all alone out there because of you. give me your phone.
Oh, come on. Just sit down and...
I need to call my son.
Our son.
Make sure he's not lost.
It's the happiest place on earth. What could possibly happen?
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Annie.
Don't call me that. You can't take anything seriously, not even our own son's safety. If you actually cared about us, you'd let go already. Just give me...
No, I want to talk to you.
He could get kidnapped, you know. Kidnapped, Jonathan.
I'm not going to let anyone take my kid from me.
Oh, God, it's not even close to the same thing. I'm his mom. I'm trying to do what's best for him. He doesn't need
Annie,
you.
come on. I'm not losing my family.
Billy could be lost right now. It's your fault. You punched a park employee.
That cast member was being a creep.
He was just helping me into the ride.
Oh, bullshit. I know what I saw. He had his hands all over you.
So what if he did?
Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to just let some punk grope my wife?
It's not like you ever hit your boss. I guess it's harder to punch the guy signing your checks. 5 years of dragging me to office parties, you saw how he was every time. You never did anything. The raises kept coming, so why bother? The one day you picked to be protective.
Look, I'm sorry.
Tell that to the guy you punched.
Annette, I'm sorry for everything. You deserved better.
Just wanted Billy to have a good birthday, you know? Before our last trip to Disney, we get thrown in jail. We sure know how to end a marriage with a bang, don't we?
It doesn't have to be our last trip.
I think we both know it does.
Don't take him away.
Jonathan. Thank you. Billy, baby, where are you? Are you okay? Hey, you want to talk to your dad?
Billy, my man. Sorry to disappear on you like that. How's Independence? You'll never guess where we are.
And scene. Let's give them a round of applause. Excellent. Oh, wow. Great starting point. So we're going to move on now to the next part of the process. So in a full play, right, we would take a couple hours to read through the entire text, and then we might spend the next part of rehearsal or the next rehearsal doing what we would call table work. Again, sans table at the moment. But the point of table work is to help make sure that we all have a shared mental model of the story that we are telling together, right? That we're all on the same page about what's happening in the text, about what the characters want from each other, doing some of that kind of internal mental work to make sure that we all have a shared goal as a company. A lot of times there is this belief that, and I mentioned it earlier, that the director has the vision for the show and everything is about achieving the director's vision, right? I encourage directors to think about it differently, that our job may be to bring the initial vision for the show. Obviously, I picked this text as a possibility for these two with some idea in mind of how this might go. But once these two actors have entered into this process, I don't want it to just be my vision anymore. I want it to be our shared vision, right? So a lot of these questions that I'm going to ask y'all, this is a scene, right? This isn't from a particular play. This is a standalone story. So there's a lot of information here that isn't in the text. So I'm going to ask y'all a bunch of open-ended questions. There's no right or wrong answer. This is just to help us, give us a starting point. And we're also not holding you to any of these answers. We can change our mind later in the process if we want to, okay? So I'm going to start by just asking, how long you two have been married, do you think?
So we have a 10-year-old kid.
Yep.
So was this kind of like a shotgun wedding where we kind of got married for the
No,
kid?
you have a job. Like, you're all about your job. I feel like we probably had a plan. So I would say at least a dozen years, maybe 15, something like that.
Okay, 12 to 15 years. All right, great. So, obviously there is some unhappiness. It sounds like there is a pending separation or divorce. How long has that unhappiness been here? And you can have different answers here, I think.
I would imagine there would.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 5 years probably, or at least some fraction of that 5 years because of the boss.
Okay,
You know,
great.
like, so it might have started small, maybe not that very first time, but yeah, I would think it built.
I think the boss is more of a symptom of a bigger issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you? How long did it take for you to catch on, or for you? When did she start telling you that she was unhappy? Do you think?
Yeah, I think, well, she started telling me she was unhappy, signaling to it 5 years ago.
Okay.
When did he actually start noticing?
Fair.
Maybe more like 2.
2 years. Okay, straight. Hey, I think that's, yep.
You don't get divorced when you really know your partner all that well. Like, I mean, sometimes, exceptions.
So let's jump back that 12 to 15 years. What drew you to each other to begin with, do you think? And there may not be a ton in the text, so feel free to think about each other like as actors, right? Like, what do you think the energy that you brought to these characters in this moment, right? Just reading this aloud for the first time. What do you think drew your character to the other?
He's got a lot of jokes, right? He's always like, you're the funny guy, and that's probably great until you have responsibility and a family, and then you're always the one at work doing stuff. I feel like that we've talked a little bit about maybe you're more into job, and I'm like left at home, whether or not I have a job or not, but like picking up the slack there.
Right. So attracted to him because he's funny, he makes you
Maybe
laugh.
driven too, because he seems to be putting work ahead enough that you're not stepping back from that,
Yeah.
even when complaining. So.
Okay. What about you? What do you think drew you to Annette initially?
I think she's conscientious. She is detail-oriented. Is reliable, is there.
That speaks to something that I think is really interesting about this dynamic, right? We know that like there's this problem that exists, I feel like, in especially American culture for men, right? They view women, and in particular their wives, as kind of their sole emotional support, right? Because there's this problem with male-male relationships that sometimes that emotional connection doesn't exist, or we feel like it can't exist, right? So I kind of like that you identified her as reliable, right? You're someone that you can lean on.
Yeah.
And that, over time, probably gets to be grating, right? It probably feels like all of that pressure is on you.
Right.
Right? And that makes sense that might contribute to some of this deterioration. Okay, great. So the reason that I'm asking these questions, these are things that normally you as an audience would never know, right? Like, this doesn't come out in the text, you would never see this. But we're going to work to find moments where we see glimpses of what brought them together in the first place. Because in order to care about a dissolution of a relationship, we need to give a shit about why the relationship existed in the first place, right? And so these specificity questions to get us into these details, that's what they're there for, is good things for us to lean on when we find those moments. Okay, so this trip, where are we in the trip, do we think? Like, is this day 1 of the trip? Are we like a couple days into the trip?
I think we're a couple of days in.
Yeah, I don't think it's day 1.
No,
Right.
I think.
How has the trip been up to this point for each of you? Like,
It's been mounting like little things here and there.
This is us pretending to be a good, happy family for 2 more days to give Billy
Right.
that wonderful little send-off, and it is just
Straw broke the camel's back.
Yep,
like was
it's
the guy
too much,
touching me.
yep.
cool. So, has there been any moment in the last couple of days for you, because I think the answer is probably yes for you, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. For you, has there been any glimpse in the last couple of days of what used to be?
I think so, and maybe not about the things that originally attracted me to him, but like especially if we're doing family stuff and we're pretending to be a good family, but like there's some of like if you and Billy are having a good time together, it's like, okay, well that is sweet, or like you made the joke that made our kid laugh, I would like that. But
Yeah. Okay. Great. What about for you? Like, I imagine you're probably looking for those moments, right?
Yeah.
That we know from the text that you're kind of not 100% on board with the separation.
yeah.
thing.
No, particularly though it's with like the threat of losing his son.
Yeah.
So I honestly suspect that while he does enjoy moments with her, he is mostly there to just kind of
Right.
soak in as much time with Billy as he can.
I wonder, when you had Billy, was there, and you don't have to answer this out loud. In fact, I don't want you to, because I actually don't want either of you to know each other's answers for this. But I'm curious, I'd like you to make a choice as to whether having a kid was a Band-Aid,
Ah.
right? Like, was the choice to have a child or to keep the child, maybe the pregnancy was accidental, but or unplanned, but you made the decision. You know, did we start to see cracks at the 2 to 5 year mark, right? And was there the hope that having the kid would fix that? Because that's a very common thing for some couples, right? So it's just something to think about as we work through this, right? Because what Billy represents to each of you, I think, is really important here. So this brings me to the last question I'm going to ask you now before we start to stage.
Right.
Why tell this story? What about this story speaks to you as an individual? There's no right or wrong answer here. I'm just curious to hear your take on this. Like, what about this story matters? Why would we want to tell a story like this?
I mean, relationships are important, and you can't. So many people are like, they are a family, they are a couple, they are happy. Check, like, box is done. We have a kid, we're good. Like, there's a lot of nuance, and not every relationship looks the same. And
I love the nuance word. That's great.
Now, yeah, for this particular scene, what I liked about it is that there is a resentment there to this. This is not fixing everything, but there's still a sense of compassion between the two of them still. So even if this is going to be a split, it's not going to be the end of a relationship.
Right.
There's just a new phase to it, and I think that's a good message to give.
I love that. This nuance, this idea of, like, it doesn't have to be all or nothing, right? Both two things can be true at once. Yeah. Okay, so one of the reasons I ask this question, and I ask this question of every company that I work with, but especially when we're dealing with more heavy material or dramatic material, the reason I ask this question is because, again, that shared vision, right? But also so that we now understand that as we work together to stage this scene, that duality is something I'm going to be paying extra close attention to, right? That both and moments. And it goes back to what I was talking about before about, like, seeing the glimpses of the possibility that's still inherent within this relationship. All right, excellent. So I'm going to grab some chairs for us, so we know we are in an office. Here, Charlie, will you take those two and just set them up for me real quick? You. And this chair. Here. So we're gonna angle this office. Grab that. There's a little button at the bottom, or a little lever at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
There you go, and then that slides out. Excellent. So that'll be our desk. And we're going to angle this. So one of the things that I think about any time that I'm staging, in this case, we have a lovely description from the playwright that tells us kind of where we are. But I'm also thinking about the staging that we want to have happen in this scene. So we're going to angle these chairs kind of like they're sitting at a desk. Yep. So now, by pushing the desk downstage, right, I'm thinking visually for the audience, we now have this space upstage here to play with. So as she's pacing and looking for an outlet and stuff like that, that can be happening around him, right? But it also keeps them both facing downstage so that you can see their beautiful faces and hear their voices, right, which is important. All right, so I think where you put yourselves is great. So we'll have Jonathan start in that chair, and then you can have your purse or leave your purse on the chair, whatever is most comfortable for you. So let's talk briefly about the moment before. So some more specificity for us. This moment before, like, how long have you been in this room? Like, did they just put you in here and leave? Like, right before?
So I would not have been so desperately looking for an outlet if we've been here all that long.
Great,
you know?
excellent.
So I think we're pretty
5 minutes.
Maybe if, you know, I'm really frantic about my kids, so I feel like it could even be seconds.
Cool.
Like, I'm in.
So I want to see what happens then if we start this scene with you all coming into the office. So you all being like kind of let in and the door shutting behind you.
Care which side?
Let's come in from this side. Yeah, just to use that space that we've created up left here. All right, excellent. So as you come in, right, you can have a reaction, right, to the fact that you've been let in and the door has been shut behind you, right? Don't feel like you have to rush your first line, right? Take your time if you need to, and then we'll see where your impulses take you. All right, so when you are ready, come on in.
I always thought Disney jail would be more colorful, you know? Less office-y.
Can't believe this.
Maybe it's a small world playing on repeat or something? What do you think?
Of all the times for my phone to die.
Honey, relax. Billy's a tough kid. I mean, I think he can survive Disney World for an hour. It's not like we haven't brought him here every birthday for the past 5 years.
He's barely 10.
Pause right there, actually. So, a couple of things. First of all, love the energy. I thought your choice to like push past him on the entrance, I think, was great. So, on the one hand, I totally buy and kind of love the fact that you just do not even react to her pushing past you. You don't react to the throwing of the bag. That it's like you're so used to it at this point that you're like, okay, whatever, right?
Yeah, she's got places to be and things to do. Well,
I do wonder about the fact that if you are worried about her taking your son, you are worried about losing custody or losing visitation in this divorce, right? I wonder if there's more impulse to placate. More impulse to like try and convince her this isn't that big of a deal. I may be wrong, but I do wonder at that. And there's a moment here where you say, "Honey, relax," and Annette, how many times has he told you? Yeah. So I think, "Honey, relax."
Like, calm down.
Yeah. Right? So I think that "honey, relax" gets something out of you.
Sure.
And that then is going to shift Billy's a tough kid.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's no longer the same thought. Right? "Honey, relax" is the first thing. And then her reaction is going to cause you to react back. But you're doing it on the line, "Billy's a tough kid."
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
So let's try that again and just play with it. You didn't do it. I totally buy what you did. I just want to see what happens if we find that placation kind of objective a little bit in him and see how that changes things. When you're ready.
I always thought Disney jail would be more colorful, less office-y.
I can't believe this.
I mean, maybe it's a small world playing in the background or something. What do you think?
All the times for my phone to die.
Honey, relax. Billy's a tough kid. I think he can survive Disney World for an hour. It's not like we haven't brought him here every birthday since he was 5.
Okay, listen. He's barely 10, and he's all alone out there because... Give me your phone.
Come on, just sit down.
I need to call my son.
Our son.
And make sure he's not lost.
Cool. Let's pause right there. How did that feel for you?
Felt okay.
Okay. I think I like that. I think that there's a sense of the relationship being lived in that comes from those small reactions that we got from you. So I'd like to hold on to that. Annette, there's this interesting dynamic that's happening in the first couple of lines where you clearly are not listening to him. Yeah? So I feel like, and you can tell me if you're wrong, I feel like we need to give you a little more specificity about what to do and where to go,
sure.
right?
I agree.
Great. So the first thing I want to offer is let's try to use the phone as soon as you come in. Yes,
Sure.
bingo.
Okay.
So spend the first time trying to hold the button, turn it back on, right? And then maybe even dig through your purse, maybe you brought a travel charger or something like
look
that,
for
a
it.
power bank, looking for that. I can't believe this. So that way you're more in your bag.
Sure.
And then from all the times from my phone to die can be to start looking. And I would say, let's be methodical.
Sure.
Start downstage and kind of scan around the walls for the
Gotcha.
outlets, right? And then I think maybe the last place you look is under the desk. Maybe there's a power strip or something like that under the desk. So if you start here and kind of work your way around the room, that'll give you more specificity.
Do you want me to land under the desk at a certain time?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we may shift it if we find that you land there at a great time. We may say, yeah, keep that. But I think for now, let's just give you that specificity of start here,
Thank
move
you.
around.
Yep.
Cool. The last thing before we do this section again, he's barely 10, and he's all alone out there because of you. How scared are you for him versus how angry are you at him? What do you think? Like, which is winning out right now,
Well,
the fear or the anger?
So how many? I apologize. I should know this. We've been here how many times? Every birthday for the last
5 years.
So he's familiar with the landscape. Like, he knows it. I mean, he's still 10, so I'm a mom. My oldest is 6. So I would be terrified, but like a little older, I might be more scared.
Yeah,
I think
I'd like to lean into that then,
Yeah.
like, so that he's barely 10 and he's all alone out there because of you. Like, don't play the anger too early.
Sure.
I guess is what I'm saying,
Gotcha.
right? Let the he's barely 10 be the terrified thing, and then when we get to to you, right? Then we can turn that onto give me your phone. Cool. My son, our son. I said one more thing. I meant like every director ever, right? I didn't just mean one more thing. Our son. That moment. How often has that dichotomy happened for you? Like, how often does she talk about him as my son versus our son?
I feel like that's actually pretty recent, because I think the biggest thing that Jonathan's would be motivated is not the fact that he and Annette are breaking up. Yeah. It's that he is going to lose Billy.
Right.
And so I think this is new vocabulary he definitely does not like and does not appreciate.
Great. So lean into that choice,
Okay.
right? Like, one of the things that I think is so interesting about couples is that often, even you mentioned that like the people who know each other the least are the ones that get divorced, but there's actually research that shows that the people that know each other the best are the best at pushing each other's buttons, right? And so there's something about our son, about this exchange, that feels like a button push moment, right? So I wonder what happens if that becomes like a little bit harder, a little bit harsher, a little more like I'm shutting this fuck shit down right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no, we're not doing that. And then see what happens when we get into the happiest place on earth, because then it feels like you're kind of like, you could take that a number of different directions depending on where your impulses are. Cool. Can we do this from the beginning one more time and then we'll move on?
Yep.
And I mean that.
At least this one.
I wish the Disney jail would be more colorful, less officey.
Can't believe this.
Maybe It's a Small World on repeat or something. What do you think?
All the times for my phone to die.
Honey, relax. Billy's a tough kid. Right? I think he can survive Disney World for an hour. It's not like we haven't brought him here every birthday for the past 5 years.
He's barely 10, and they're all alone because of you. Give me your phone.
Come on, just sit down and...
Sorry. I need to call my son.
Our
and
son.
Make sure he's not lost.
Cool. Actually, that moment, we're going to move on, but that moment was really lovely. Treat those two lines as one line.
Yeah.
Let the our son be an interjection,
Yeah.
right? So I need to call my son and make sure he's not lost. Don't even worry about the gap.
Yep.
Just boom, 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 boom. Our son is the interjection. Can we just go from give me your phone, and then we'll keep going?
Do we care that I'm not making
No.
stuff? Okay.
No.
Make it
I love the instinct. That was great. I mean, you heard the audience reaction, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's an excellent moment. Yeah. So from give me your phone.
Give me your phone.
Come on, just sit down and...
I need to call my son
Our
and make
son.
sure he's not lost.
It's the happiest place on earth. What could possibly happen?
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Annie.
Oh, don't call me that. You can't take anything seriously, not even your son's safety.
Cool. Let's pause right there. This happiest place on earth, I love the edge to your voice. I would love to hear more of it.
All right, sure.
Right? Like, there's something that's just so poetically lovely about you saying happiest place on earth for pretty. Right? Like, there's something great about that. the "don't call me that"
Uh-huh.
and the rest of that line are two separate thoughts.
Yep.
I think. Give yourself breath in between. Don't call me that. Right. So like, let that be the response to him.
Yep.
And then let whatever's internally happening for you build till you can't take anything seriously. Cool. I do think, so there is a stage direction that says, like, she reaches for the phone, he pulls away. I'm not worried about you having the phone out necessarily.
Okay.
What I would be interested in is maybe you reach for it, and then what happens if I just want to talk to you? If you take her hand or take her arm or something, like, have some sort of physical contact there for I just want to talk to you. And because that's going to give her something to react to from the kidnapped line. All right, excellent. So can we just jump back to, let's go from the same place, but keep going. Give me your phone so you can get into that.
Give me your phone.
Come on, just sit
I need
down
to call
and
my son and make
our
sure he's
son.
not lost.
It's the happiest place on earth. What could possibly happen?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't call me that. You can't take anything seriously.
Lovely.
Not even your own son's safety. If you actually cared about us, you'd let go already. Just give me.
I want to talk to you.
Could get kidnapped, you know. Kidnapped.
I'm
Jonathan.
not gonna let anyone take my kid away from me.
Oh, it is so not the same thing. I'm his mom. I'm trying to do what's best for him. He doesn't need you.
Hold on.
Annie.
Hold there for just a second. Yes. Yes. We're picking up on the same thing. Yes. Okay. So a couple of things. Your own son's safety is an interesting line, considering the exchange we just had.
Right.
Right? So I wonder if we lean into that delivery just a bit. Also, considering that exchange, I'm not going to let anyone take my kid from me is a double line, right? Like you, okay, cool. What is the rest of the line? He doesn't need you, ... What are you saying before you get interrupted? Or before you interrupt yourself?
He doesn't need you like he needs me. Like, I'm there all the time. I'm the one who takes care of him. I am his caretaker. You are just a fun guy.
Great. So, what if we were to imagine that
Hate
you
you too,
stop
darling.
if you were to imagine that you stop yourself on that line.
Okay.
We'll try it both ways, right? But if we were to imagine that you stop yourself on that line, why do you stop yourself? Why not finish those words?
I mean, it could be we've had this argument 1,000 times and he disagrees with me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see how that plays, and then we'll try it again with him interrupting it and see how that plays. My guess is we're going to like this first version better than the second, but we'll see. Can we go from "No, I want to talk to you" and there he is.
No. I want to talk to you.
He could get kidnapped, you know.
I'm not.
Kidnapped, Jonathan.
I'm not gonna let anyone take my kid from me.
Oh, God, it's not even close to the same thing. I'm his mom. I'm trying to do what's best for him. He doesn't need you.
Annie, come on. I'm not losing my family.
Billy could be lost right now, and it's your fault you punched a work employee.
That cast member was a creep.
Just helping me into a ride.
Bullshit! I know what I saw. He had his hands all over you.
So what if he did?
Are you kidding me? I'm just supposed to let some punk grope my wife?
It's not like you had pitched your boss.
Cool. Let's pause there. That's a lovely place to stop. How did that feel? That stop?
I liked it.
Yeah. Let's try it again, but let's try it with you interrupting. Sure. Just to make sure, but I think we're going to end up with this choice. So let's go same place. No, I want to talk to you, and just be ready for that. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I would love you to try the interruption on need. He doesn't need Annie. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. And then that "come on" in this instance is a separate thought from "I'm not losing my family," because the "come on" is stopping her line. Right. It's like, don't say that again. Right. And then the "I'm not losing my family" is a separate thought.
Sure.
Cool. So no, I want to talk to you.
No. I want to talk to
He
you.
could get kidnapped. Kidnapped, Jonathan.
I'm not going to let anyone take my kid from me.
Oh, God, it's not even close to the same thing. I'm his mom. I'm trying to do what's best for him. He doesn't need...
Annie, come on. I'm not losing my family.
Billy could be lost right now, and it's your fault. You punched a park employee.
That cast member was a creep.
Oh, he was just helping me go to a ride.
Oh, bullshit! I know what I saw. He had his hands all over you.
So what if he did?
Are you kidding me? I'm not supposed to let some punk grope my wife.
It's not like you ever stopped your boss.
Cool. Pause there. I'm surprised. I kind of liked that one. How did y'all feel about that one versus the other one? Which should be
It's more work for me, but
Yeah. There. I mean, I think the question is, would you pull the punch?
Probably not. Not right now.
Then let's go with the second one.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go with the interruption. Because I think it actually does make more sense for you to not pull the punch for him to stop you with the come on. Cool. So you have this impulse, Charlie, to cross away on the cast member was being a creep.
Yep.
So when we think about this office, right, this nondescript office,
Yes.
it makes sense for you wanting to turn away.
Yeah.
The cross right now feels a little blocky-esque to me. It feels like a little actor doing blocking, right? So I'm curious when you cross, right? When that I wonder if the turn is there, but the cross takes a second. Maybe we put a small window over here. So maybe the turn is the reaction, see the window, and then cross to the window and look out before that happens. Just so we have a little bit more of a juxtaposition. Great, excellent. Cool. So let's talk about this boss moment. Bird, actually, I'll step back real quick. Hands all over you. I wonder. You could stop the line at "I know what I saw."
Yeah.
Why do you say the last part to her? What do you want from her with "he had his hands all over"?
I kind of want you to acknowledge the fact that she enjoyed that.
Yeah. And so I love that. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of physical gesture. I'm wondering if he had his hands all over you. He had his hands all over you. I wonder if there's something that leans into that idea of yeah, you enjoyed it, didn't you? So play with some physicality there, see what impulses come there. But I think that will set us up really well for the boss moment.
Yeah.
Right? So that then we have that boss.
Oh, that's fine.
And I think you can let that land and wait.
Okay.
Right? Boss, wait until he turns away. Wait until he can't look you in the eyes anymore before the rest of that line hits. Cool. Can we go from that cast member was being... Actually, let's go. Billy could be lost right now, so you can do that cross.
Okay, so whip him up.
Yeah, so that,
Billy
yeah.
Billy could be lost right now, and it's your fault. You punched a park employee.
That cast member was being a creep.
He's just helping me into a ride.
Bullshit. I know what I saw. He had his hands all over you.
So what if he did?
Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to just let some punk grope my wife?
It's not like you ever hit your boss. I guess it's harder to punch the guy signing your checks. 5 years of dragging me to office parties. You saw how he was every time, and you never did anything.
Cool. Let's pause here because I'm hearing a need for some specificity here.
Sure.
This is interesting. Is this the first time this conversation has come up?
Maybe in such blatant terms.
Cool.
Yes.
So that gives it some weight, right? That maybe we haven't, we've had other problems that have led to the divorce, but maybe we haven't.
I probably said, he makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't like to be alone with him. He's creepy. Could you stay by my side? Stuff like that.
So now, the 5 years,
seen it.
you saw how he was every time and you never did anything. This is this is the most blatant you've gotten. So, let the anger that has been building, let the betrayal, because really that's what it is, right? It's a sense of you betrayed me, you let this happen to me, right? Let the betrayal hit here. Don't hold back.
Sure.
And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to get loud either.
No, right.
Yeah. Cool. Can we go back to, are you kidding me? I'm just supposed to let some punk rope my wife.
Are you kidding me? I'm just supposed to let some punk grope my wife?
It's not like you ever hit your boss. I guess it's harder to punch the guy signing your checks. 5 years of driving me to office parties. You saw how he was every time. And you never did anything. Raises kept coming, so why bother? The one day you picked to be protected.
Look, I'm sorry.
Tell that to the guy you punched.
Annette. I'm sorry. For everything. You deserve better.
Just wanted Billy to have a good birthday, you know?
Cool. Yes, follow that impulse to sit down. Excellent. Hold there for just a second. So this is something that I love to point out to people because this is, I think, a secret weapon that a lot of directors don't know exists, and this is the actor impulse, right? Usually we see impulses in the hands, shoulders, or feet. So for Annette, I noticed her leg, right, starting to bend toward the chair, and that started to tell me, okay, there's an impulse that's taking her there. And then as soon as Ellie started to move, I was like, oh, great, okay, we're moving there. This turn away that happens on You Deserved Better.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you saying you deserved better? Do you mean it?
Yeah. I think this
See what happens if you stay with her for that line then. Really? Like, because you can see how hurt she is here, right? And I loved the choice on I'm sorry being softer, like the first I'm sorry being softer and more about the overall I'm sorry. She reads it as sorry about this situation.
Yeah.
But then you double down on I'm sorry for everything, which I think is really beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love to see, this is one of those moments that I think, let's find the thing that brought you together, right? Let's let that moment linger so that then you coming out of that moment for I just want Billy, right? That's what really is going to pull this scene, like the energy down, is this moment of like honesty that's happening here, right? Cool. So let's do that one more time. Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to just let some punk from it.
Are you kidding me? I'm just supposed to let some punk grope my wife?
It's not like you ever hit your boss. I guess it's harder to punch the guy signing your checks. 5 years of dragging me to office parties, and you saw how he was every time. You never did anything. The raises kept coming, so why bother? The one day you picked to be protective.
Look, I'm sorry.
Tell that to the guy you punched.
Annette, I'm sorry. For everything. You deserved better.
Just wanted Billy to have a good birthday, you know? Before our last trip to Disney, we get thrown in jail. We sure know how to end a marriage with a bang, don't we?
It doesn't have to be our last trip.
I think we both know that it does.
Don't take him away.
Jonathan. Thank you.
Cool. Let's pause and talk about this moment.
Okay.
This moment, I think we both know it does, don't take him away. This is the moment that sets up our final beat, right? Because this is what sets up Annette giving you.
Olive branch, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think there needs to be way more air between I think we both know it does and don't take him away.
Yeah.
Right? I think let that hang. Because and maybe even sit down with her and like both of you just kind of be there for a minute in that silence. Because that don't take him away is not in response to I don't think you both both know it does, right? Like that's not the point there. I think that is a totally separate, like, okay, fine, I give in, but just give me this. Don't take him away, right? Like there's a silent assent to the I think we both know it does. I think that needs to happen before the request comes. The Jonathan. What's the rest of that line?
I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean. He does probably. I'm his mom, but like you're his dad too.
So let's get more specific than just I'm sorry.
Right.
Because I think that's a great direction.
Sure.
But what if the end of that is, Jonathan, I'm not going to take
do that. Sure. Right.
Like, if it's a conciliatory moment.
Yeah.
So that, but the phone does still interrupt it.
Right.
Cool. Can we try that from I just wanted Billy to have a good birthday? And we're just going to go all the way to the end, and then we'll rub seat.
I wanted Billy to have a good birthday, before our last trip to Disney and we get thrown in jail. We sure know how to end a marriage with a bang, don't we?
Doesn't have to be our last trip.
I think we both know that it does.
Don't take him away from me.
Jonathan. Thank you.
Billy, baby, where are you? Are you okay? Hey, do you want to talk to your dad?
Billy! My man. Sorry to disappear on you like that. How's Independence? You'll never guess where we are.
Scene. All right. One final note, and then we're going to run it from the top. That Billy, I think, is a separate moment to Baby, Where Are You?
Okay.
Because I think the moment you hear his voice, right, it's like that relief. Like, the Billy is like, oh my God, right? And then you can go into, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. Boom.
Okay.
Into Dad. Lovely. All right. Ready to try it from the top?
As soon as
I know, you got to repack
I'm Mary
that.
Poppins style.
Okay, then this was next.
You know what? The order doesn't so much matter for this moment. It will be strategy later. This will go on bottom.
Yes.
But in terms of grabbing stuff out, smaller things probably should be on top.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
And don't forget the phone.
I will not. I need that. Thank you. You're so helpful. Unlike Jonathan.
All right. And for the final time today, present The Happiest Place on Earth by Danielle Nicholson.
I always thought Disney jail would be more colorful, less office-y.
I can't believe this.
Maybe it's a small world playing on repeat or something. What do you think?
All the times for my phone to die.
Honey, relax. Billy's a tough kid. I think he can survive Disney World for an hour. It's not like we haven't brought him here every birthday for the past 5 years.
He's barely 10, and he's all alone out there because of you. Give me your phone.
Come on, just sit down and...
I need to call my son and
Our
make sure he's
son.
not lost.
It's the happiest place on earth. What could possibly happen?
Oh. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Annie.
Don't call me that. You can't take anything seriously, not even your own son's safety. If you actually cared about us, you'd let go already. Just give me.
No. I want to talk to you.
He could be kidnapped, Kidnapped, Jonathan.
I'm not gonna let anyone take my son from me.
Oh my God, it's not even close to the same thing. I'm his mom. I'm trying to do what's best for him. He doesn't need you.
Hi, Annie. Come on. I'm not losing my family.
Billy could be lost right now, and it's your fault. You punched a park employee.
A cast member was a creep.
He was just helping me onto the ride.
Oh, bullshit. I know what I saw. He had his hands all over you.
So what if he did?
Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to just let some punk broke my wife.
It's not like you ever hit your boss. I guess it's harder to punch the guy signing checks. 5 years of dragging me to office parties, and you saw how he was every time. Never did anything. The raises kept on coming, so why bother? One day you picked to be protected.
Look, I'm sorry,
Tell that to the guy you punched.
Annette. I'm sorry. For everything. You deserve better.
Just wanted Philly to have a good birthday, you know? Before we...
Our last trip to Disney, we get thrown in jail. We sure know how to end a marriage with a bang, don't we?
It doesn't have to be our last trip.
I think we both know that it does.
Don't take him away.
Jonathan. Thank you.
Really? Baby, where are you? Are you okay? Do you want to talk to your dad?
Billy! My man. Sorry to disappear on you like that. How's Independence? Huh? You'll never guess where we are.
Scene. Let's give them a round of applause. Take a bow, both of you. Take a bow. Excellent work. Fantastic. Hello there. Thank you so much for watching Director's Cut. I hope you enjoyed it. And if this glimpse into the directing process sparked something for you, whether you're a theater maker, educator, or just someone who loves live performance, there's so much more where this came from, because this isn't just a show, it's part of a much bigger movement that is rethinking what it means to direct theater and how we train, support, and value directors, especially in schools and community theaters, but throughout the industry. You can explore a growing library of free resources at deconstructingdirecting.com, designed especially for directors in those upstream spaces like schools and community theaters, both for themselves and to use as part of their directing curriculum. 100% free. And if you're part of a theater, school, or university that wants to rethink how you train directors, I also offer consulting, custom workshops, and can bring Director's Cut to you, performed with your actors for your audiences. We can package that with workshops on directing, acting, or producing, whatever fits your needs. And if you believe in this kind of work and want to help keep it going, consider supporting Deconstructing Directing on Patreon. Even a few bucks a month makes a real difference. Links to everything I just mentioned are below in the description. Thank you again for being here. I want to transform our field for the better, but I can't do it alone. So until we see each other again, I challenge us all to be recklessly kind.